I wanted to take a few minutes to run through the new Echion pump from Hypertherm. We just uncrated one here, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do that. First of all, this pump is available in either 15, 30, or 50 horsepower, and 230 volts, 400 volt, or 460 volt. The 15 horsepower will run up to a 7,000 orifice, the 30 horsepower will run up to a 10,000 orifice, and the 50 horsepower will run up to a 14,000 orifice, all at 60,000 psi. So this has the thermoformed plastic covers on here. When that top cover's on, there's a clear plastic panel there, so you can look through and see your pre and post water filter gauges and see the intensifier and see if there are any leaks. With the covers on, this pump runs at about 85 decibels, which is pretty quiet for a pump. And these are very easy to remove. This panel here, just push down on that, you can take that cover off. And then there are a couple options available on this pump. There's an option for a boost pump if your facility has low inlet water pressure. And there's also an option for an internal air over oil cooler, which I'll show you here in a little bit. So if you want to save on your water cooling of your hydraulic oil, you can save 3 gallons a minute by going with the air over oil cooler option. There are several features in the intensifier that have reduced the number of parts, which in turn reduces your cost of operation and simplifies maintenance. First of all, the high pressure cylinders are reversible, so they can't be put together wrong. Also, there's no threads on the high pressure cylinders, so there's no chance of seizing, galling, or cross-threading. In this end, the dynamic seal is a cartridge seal, which allows for quicker and easier maintenance. And then the water and oil seals are external to the center section, which makes it easier to service. At this end, the static seal is a hard seal, which reduces the number of parts, further reducing your operating costs and simplifying maintenance. On the center section, we'll note we have these proximity switches for direct sensing to control the stroking of the intensifier, further reducing the number of parts. Down in this area here, we've got our Rexroth hydraulic pump, and then we've got our electronic proportional control valve assembly. So the proportional control valve helps to maintain a steady hydraulic pressure, which in turn helps to produce steady high pressure water signal going to your cutting head and a smooth cut. And to note is that as your hydraulic oil heats up and the viscosity changes, the proportional control valve will sense this and adjust for that automatically. So here we can see the bleed down valve. This is an important part of the safety of any pump. This is a normally open valve, so when air pressure is applied to this, then the needle and seat will close and your high pressure water can go to your cutting head. But if you turn the pump off or you e-stop it, then this is going to open and then your high pressure water is going to go out through the dump valve to drain. So very important to have a bleed down valve on any high pressure pump like this. So back here we've got the optional internal air over oil cooler. So being internal, it saves on floor space and also makes the system quicker and less expensive to install. And then also key thing is it eliminates the need for 3 gallons per minute of cooling water. And then over here we've got our oil tank. So it's a polypropylene tank, so there's no chance for rust or corrosion in that. On this side we see the various controls: main power, disconnect, e-stop, button to put the pump in remote mode so you can turn it on and off from your machine's controller. And then you've got a color touchscreen here, which makes it very easy to navigate through the menus. There's a SD card in here, which will store information such as PLCs and maintenance logs and error logs, and those can be uploaded and downloaded very easily as needed. And then also a very key feature of this is that it's going to monitor those proximity switches on the intensifier and let you know if the pump is overstroking. It'll also let you know if it's overstroking to the left or right, so you have an idea where to look for your maintenance issue. And then it'll also monitor things like hydraulic oil temperature, hydraulic oil level, and then your pressure on your inlet water. So hope you've enjoyed this little run through on the Echion pump. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.